What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Radiovania Late Night, episode number 4, your nerdy public radio for all things entertainment and pop culture. My name is Zach Rotello. Sitting across from me is John Swansong Parker. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Good. It's good to be here, man.
Yeah. We just recorded a show the other night, so it's kind of like coming hot off the presses.
Deja vu, yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're back here in the basement. We're not in Columbus. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
We've been playing that Pokemon Go on the ride over. Yeah.
I had to drive, so actually I didn't play any Pokemon Go.
You played some.
Were playing Pokemon
You played some
Go.
real life Pokemon Go and got stung by a.
I got stung by a Beedrill on the on the way to get beer.
Yeah, we were walking out of my house and John just like suddenly freaks out and starts kicking and he got stung by a wasp.
Yeah, it really hurts.
Yeah, is it still bothering you?
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
And over to my right here,
So
joining
if I pass
us.
out.
So if he passes out, well, we're using the old Red Dead Redemption cure-all. I'm drinking from some Deschutes Armory IPA XPA, which is a experimental pale ale. It reads here.
I better hope that doesn't have any like Hulk DNA in it or something.
No, it's what was the stuff from the Hulk? What's the serum? Isn't it?
It's a super soldier serum.
Super soldier serum.
They tried to replicate it at least, and then they failed, and there was a gamma radiation.
Gamma
explosion,
radiation is what I was.
Which turned Bruce Banner, mild-mannered scientist, into the Incredible Hulk. Fun fact.
Fun fact. And sitting to my right, for the first time ever, from Georgia, Austin James.
What's going on, guys? Glad to be here.
Yeah, childhood friend. We, get a little close to that mic in there. Get on up in there. We've talked.
I'm in. Put the mic in your mouth.
We've talked many times about having you on the show. We've been super excited for the time that we do get to have you back. The only negative is that we can't have you and Zach Payton here at the same time.
Oh man, wouldn't it be a hoot?
Maybe we'll have to do live on the beach of St. Thomas sometime.
Oh, on the beach. It's just like the muffled sounds of yeah. But tell us a little about yourself. Who are you? What do you? We went to high school together. We went to grade school together. When did we first meet? Third grade?
Well, to be honest, you're probably my OG Lebanon friend. You know, we grew up down the road from each other, but we had a lot in common. Kind of got into music at first, but Zach was far much superior at that. Living the summer life most of the time.
Georgia.
So. Georgia.
Good
well, it's good to have you on the show, man. I'm
Absolutely.
excited for your topic. You got your beach look. You definitely look like someone that just came from maybe some sort of island.
Yeah, well, I did, so we're in luck.
Yeah. Well, so if you guys have never caught an After Dark before, here's how it goes. Normally we come to Radiovania, we talk about the news of the week, we talk about comics, movies, video games, and all sorts of nerd culture topics that you guys want to hear about. On the After Darks, what we do is we get together, we just kind of for an hour and a half or however long this thing ends up going. But what we
3, 4,
yeah,
5.
It could go all night. The
6,
feed could just go off and it's just us sitting here in silence
7.
for a couple hours playing poker.
Wow.
Yeah. But we each have a topic.
Playing Pokemon.
We only play Pokemon too. The problem is that there's nothing around my fucking house. Have you tried Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
It's like
Pokemon.
And
Pokemon.
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 Oh, wow. This just escalated to a whole nother level.
Yeah. The closest thing to here is the Country Kitchen, the I-Stop of I-75, and currently it's being held down by, I think, a Jolteon or a Flareon. So we might have to go over there, walk over there with our sleeves rolled up, a little boozed up, and beat the shit out of that thing. You know what I'm talking about? When you're a jet all the way. That'd be the better thing about Pokemon Go is if you could show up in clans, you know? Like, so you had to be there when you had to have a battle.
Just gangbang other people's Pokemon.
So you just come up and everyone's just like smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey.
Jets and Sharks, right?
Yeah, that's the Jets and the Sharks. So let's kick this thing off without further ado. Moving on to the second beer here. Or I get a little bit of butt. Who wants to cheer me on?
Zach.
Moving on to the second beer. Oh, I almost dropped it. I'm going to start off the show. Here's what I want to know.
Round 1.
We all love food, right?
Food.
It's a passion.
It's
a must.
It's an art style.
It's an art style. It's a way of life. I think people that deprive themselves of good food don't understand the mistake that they're making.
Absolutely.
So what I want to talk to you guys about, and what I want to get from you, is I want to know what is the perfect meal. It could be your mom's home-cooked specific meal. I don't want just like a type of food, right? I want the meal. So what's the drink? What's the side item? Is there an appetizer? Do you eat a salad with it? What's the best dipping sauce with it? Do you have a dessert that goes with it? I want to know the best meal you could possibly eat.
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. So what are our favorite types of food, right? I love Italian food. Love Italian food. I was raised Italian. My grandparents Italian. They cooked. My grandmother's crazy cook. She crazy amazing pasta. My mom learned from her. My mom makes amazing pasta. Great ravioli. Great lasagna. Just great straight up spaghetti with good
I think
old
we're going to be
meat
making
sauce.
pasta later.
I hope we have stuff to make pasta. I'll tell you what I do have, though, is I have a whole nother oven-baked pizza, but what's going on?
There's a fridge.
There's a fridge down here,
We can cool our beer
It's
while
not plugged in.
Oh.
It's just there for show.
Yeah, it's a show fridge. That was
All
my
right.
fridge freshman year in college.
Well, moving on from
A little
that.
piece of history for you.
Hashtag Cedarville.
Oh, a conversational podcast.
There we
Talk
go.
about whatever we want. So, Austin, do you have anything for me off the top of your head? What are some of your favorite things?
All right.
I have a quick question. Sorry. I'm going to let you finish in a minute, Austin. Hold on.
Rudeness.
Is this like your death row meal, like last meal
Yeah,
you
you
ever
could think
eat?
of it that way. If
Really?
this was going to be the last meal you'd eat, what
Dude,
would be
I'm
the
about
perfect
to
thing?
dive in. Like we're about
I'm
to
about to die.
If that's the scenario that would help you figure this out, then yeah, go for it. But I'm just
Right.
thinking, like, tomorrow for lunch, if someone was like, you could have anything that you wanted right now, what would you have? And that's like what I'd have. But death row is another good way to look at it, because then you're picked with the urgency. You're like, oh shit, if everything else is out the window, what's the last thing I'm going to have? So,
All right.
All right.
question.
Go ahead.
To get
Austin.
this question started off with, I have to start with the drink. Growing up in the heartland of the United States, cattle farms everywhere, I've always been a fucking proponent of milk. I love milk. And it's the craziest thing. I'll eat milk with pizza. I'll eat milk with
oh my
a
God,
burrito.
you're one of these people?
I'll eat milk with I'll drink milk with just about anything. It's
Was you-
something.
Was you the fan? I always went to my friend's house
Was
when I
you
was a
the
kid.
fan?
I had a friend of mine when I was a little kid named Jacob Knoxville, right? Do you remember this guy?
Don't.
No. He lived across from me in Mason. If you're out there, Jacob, hey, what's up? We watch Science
If you're
together
not
in
out
the
there,
basement.
where are you?
Yeah, I don't know. He might have not even been there in the first place.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
But
Shutter Island?
his family was one of those things where his family had milk with every fucking meal, and I thought that was the weirdest shit, man. Because
Well, let me
milk was
put you-
milk was straight up a breakfast thing.
Let me put you onto this. I drank so much milk as a kid that the doctor literally told me and my family that it was becoming unhealthy for me. But I've weaned myself off of that. But I love a cold glass of milk with any meal. But to answer your question, so milk is my drink that I have to have with my milk, my meal. I can't pass that up. If I was to pick a meal,
Real quick, I gotta stop you. I think you need to turn your body because you keep moving your head this way. So
What, are
you're
you hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you. You're also really loud. You're doing a good job. You're staying good volume. So just make sure you're talking at the microphone. You're aiming this way.
Oh, papa.
So milk.
Finish it?
Mow, mow.
Thank you. All right, so keep going. Milk. You're talking about milk and how it was killing you.
Milk, man. I've grown up on milk. It's
You
just
said that.
I know.
What's
just a
next?
thing. But so you ask, there's one way to think about it, like Jonathan said, death row. If death row is going to be your meal, but I don't want to think about that. Death is a sad thought. I'm going to go more along the lines of just a meal that really encompasses everything for me, something that I can eat any day of the week, when I was born, fuck it, just any point in my life, like this
Pops out of the womb is like, give me a glass of milk.
anything, and I'm gonna have to go with a good burrito. Now that's a fully
No, see, this is on my short list here.
See?
I'm even having debates in my mind right now. But go ahead. Keep going.
Pontiac brisket burrito.
Oh my God!
So-
Talk about Pontiac at Pontiac Barbecue on Twitter. Shout out, best barbecue in Cincinnati. Maybe my favorite barbecue ever. Go ahead.
So when you think about a burrito, you're fully encompassing the food chain, right? You got your meat, you got your veggies, you got your sauce, you got the tortilla. And the nice thing about the tortilla is it wraps it all. It's like a full circle. It brings it all together. And you bite into this juicy goodness, and it's just pure joy, right?
What kind of meat is on your burrito?
I have to go with chicken. Chicken is my favorite dish.
Growing
My
up in the
favorite-
heartland of America.
Growing up in the heartland of America, it was chicken or beef, right?
Cows and chicken.
Okay, so you don't do chicken and beef together. You don't do the ground beef with the
No,
shredded chicken.
I'm not
So
a
it's
ground
one or
beef
the
guy.
other.
I'm not a
At
ground
all?
beef guy.
Where do you
I
come
do-
down on a burger?
I'll get into the occasional burger, but it's got to be more than the burger, right? And same concept, it kind of is the full circle, but to me, it's the burrito. We grew up in the generation where Chipotle became a huge phenomenon, right? That was like I probably ate Chipotle twice a week, when it first came out. And
I think about that sometimes. Like, remember, I think about two things. One, we lived in a time before the internet. existed, and also we lived in a time before Chipotle existed. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And even the style of restaurant that Chipotle is,
that
where you walk through a line and you're just like, I want that. That was like,
it's like
only salad bars that had that. When
it was
we were
so
kids,
novel when it first started.
And now every restaurant's going to be like that. So there's not even going to be menus.
I like to consider it craft, and I'll get into that more actually with this next point. You guys haven't had the pleasure to eat this place, but shout out to Nacho Mama's in Augusta.
Nacho Mama's.
Clever ass name.
I didn't
you
go.
have been there. Nacho Mama's.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a fucking Nacho Mama's, and I'm pissed.
I imagine everybody listening to this has had Chipotle, right?
Macho.
It's a pretty nationwide restaurant. Nacho Mama's is not a chain. It's only in Augusta, Georgia. And let me tell you, it's like the craft beers of burritos. It's like...
Which craft beer? All of them?
Oh, it's just like your most local, like, craft beer, just full with aromas and flavors.
Fresh
Nacho Mama's has got it going. Let me tell you, they roll them fat, they roll them good. That's their slogan, and I stand by that, right?
Do they roll blunts, too?
Okay, so really quick...
Well, that's the picture of their shirt. It's a burrito smoking, so you can imagine, and it looks kind of like a blunt. So that's how they go with it, you know? They roll them fat.
What is that?
Am I still on?
Yeah, go for it.
Is that all your meal?
You're rocking.
Milk and a burrito?
So this place takes.
You were talking about Nacho. I'm looking up Nacho Mama's on the internet right now because I'm trying to remember exactly. I'm trying to remember the meal that I ordered because I'm going to go through their menu and look it up real quick. So
their only downfall, I will say, is I don't think they have cold glasses of milk to go with it. Yeah, look at that. It's freaking smoking hot burritos.
So like Pancho Villa with the burrito slung over his shoulder.
So, house nachos. We got the Monterey Jack cheese, jalapenos, traditional salsa. We got the Stepdaddy, which is the pinto beans, pico, lettuce, sour cream, Monterey Jack cheese, sour cream, and mango habanero salsa.
Mango habanero. See, that's so cool. It's like a craft beer. It's not just your typical sour cream, your typical, there's some chili peppers on there. It's craft. It's like they put care and love into this burrito. It's a whole nother level.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the burrito I had when you took me there.
Yeah.
Carly and I went down there. Awesome place. We got to hang out with you and your brother.
Yeah.
It was great. I believe I had the Sundance.
The Sundance.
Which is the tomatoes, poblanos, red peppers, black beans, corn, cheese, lettuce, and sour cream.
Holy tits.
I remember it being really, really good.
Yeah.
It is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember it just being very Tex-Mexy.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex. So it's not necessarily like authentic.
It's not
Mexican
authentic in
food,
Mexico,
but it is a very Americanized.
But see, that's the beauty in it. They take their own spin on it. But see, here's what Nacho Mama's has got going for it. Not only do they have this fantastic burrito, they roll them fat, they roll them good, but they also put the sour cream on top, so it's not that cream in the middle that kind of just like takes over everything. And they put a nice sauce over top of it. But they also include fantastic side dishes of beans. A nice pinto brown bean kind of mix. It's very gooey. It goes nice with the the burrito. But the last thing that goes with my meal is a nice. You have to add crunch to anything that you're eating, in my opinion. If it's all soft food, it's not enjoyable to me. So a good chip.
So you're not a big fan of soup.
I'm not a big fan of soup. I enjoy good soup on a cold day, but to me, you got to add the chip. A good chip takes the burrito to the next level. Okay. And ultimately, that's my meal. A nice cold glass of milk, a Nacho Mama's burrito, or any craft burrito.
Tex-Mex with milk.
Was that awesome. The line that you're talking to me about? You keep smiling at me like a jackass. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Is that the line, Tex-Mex and milk?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just think this is awesome.
Yeah,
I'm having such a great time.
I know.
He just went into like the most passionate speech
about
anyone
burritos.
has ever had about a burrito. And that should go down in the history of burrito speeches.
Burritos, they're the man. They're the man.
So that's why you brought up a salient point there with the tortilla chip. This is why Chipotle is king of the fast food Mexican food. Because their tortilla chip, man, I don't know what the fuck they did in that magical
on it.
Yeah, in that magical Willy Wonka style kitchen. But it has like the perfect lime twinge. Come with me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like it's got the right amount of salt, the right amount of crisp. It's always perfectly. It's not like super warm. It's never super cold. It's just like perfect.
You can eat them by themselves, so you don't need salsa. You don't need fucking sour cream.
Oh yeah.
You can eat them plain. You can eat them with anything. They're a great side dish to really anything in life.
No one's been able to do exactly how Chipotle's done it, or at least in my experience, because like my mom is crazy about the Tortinos. What are those? What are the chips called? The Totinos? Tostinos.
Tostitos.
Yes, thank you.
The lime ones?
Yes, the hint of lime. But those things.
But it's seasoning. It's not an actual lime. See, what Chipotle is winning at. Yeah. What Chipotle is winning at is they I believe at least they actually use a citrus lime solution instead of the seasoning that Tostitos uses. So that's where they're winning at, in my opinion.
Those Tostitos chips, man, I feel like I bite into one of those things and it's like my it's like I'm a snail, man.
Yeah.
It's like my mouth is just like a goddamn snail inside, and it's just like all shriveled up and dying because how much salt's on that thing.
Yeah. But that's my life. That's my burrito. My meal of choice, my last dying wish, I guess, if you want to think of it from that standpoint, that's what I want. How about you, Jonathan?
Ooh. So I've just been absorbed with the burrito talk that it's been hard to focus.
I know he's
on what because now I'm just hungry.
I know yeah.
So first I thought, if I'm about to die, not saying that this was what the question is, but if I'm about to die and I can only have one meal, as opposed to like, oh, I want you to bring all this shit in and I'm going to eat it all. I'm going to pick one meal, and I know what it's got to be. This is very, very, very close to my heart. This is very traditional for me and my family. We love Southern comfort food. All right. So here's where I'm about to dive in, okay?
Dive in.
You'd be surprised. There's some people that really don't like the whole Southern barbecue, like hearty sort of like really savory foods. I mean, I think it's good every now and then, but if I was eating that stuff daily, oh, no, Lord have mercy.
This is my perfect meal.
Okay. Cholesterol capital of the world.
All right.
Also got the Bible Belt.
This little light of mine.
All right, Jonathan, the perfect meal.
Y'all
what do you
finished?
got, my friend?
All right, y'all finished.
Hey, it's a conversational show.
We're poking fun at the Southern comfort, but they have some delicious food.
I want my rest in peace, Mamaw Daisy. I want my Mamaw Daisy's homemade buttermilk fried chicken.
Oh my God!
I want a leg.
What's her secret? What's the secret? What's the buttermilk
I
fried?
can't tell you. Secret saved for the family.
Family recipe.
It's a fucking family recipe.
What makes it special?
Cooked with love, and it's grown in the southern ground.
Throw some of that Jesus sprinkle on it.
It's hot, it's juicy, it's just crispy, and it's just like
when you say hot, you mean spicy. So
no, it's like sizzling. You know what I mean? Like this is like crunchy, delectable chicken.
You bring up a good point. I've got to say, with fried chicken, if it's too greasy and not crispy,
and like the skin's falling off, it's just like a waste of fucking time.
But it has to be like extra fried and crispy and just hot. You gotta really.
This guy knows. Yeah. He's already on board. So anyway, that's the main part of the dish, right? So we got this delicious buttermilk fried chicken. It's just so good. It just falls off the bone. The juices drip down your chin. You're like, napkins. I don't need that.
Nobody worries about napkins.
Man, it's just so good.
You want to know something really funny? Really quick side note about Italian families. Not my grandparents' generation, but my grandparents' parents, right? So it was my papa Rocco Rotello, the original, the OG Rocco, as some would call him. His grandmother, who was named Nani, hung out in our family for a long time. There's so many stories about it. I never got to meet her. Or if I did, I was a little baby. I'm burping. But the whole thing was that she was very traditional Italian, and you know what? One of the most traditional things about their meal was we're doing a show right now. What are we doing? Is this girl? You got a girl in your? All right. She would do this thing, this very traditional Italian thing, where they wouldn't have napkins at the dinner table. No, they would have something called the mappine. Have you ever heard of the mappine?
No.
The mappine.
Wait. I think we should both take a guess at what this is.
Yeah.
It's very
what's the mappine?
You go first, Jonathan.
I think it's a tablecloth that you wiped your hands on.
Close.
All right, I think it's a piece of bread that you just slop everything up with and then eat afterwards.
Not close. The mappine is a giant rag that would be passed around from person to person, and they would wipe their face, they would wipe their hands.
That's like herbs.
Get to it. So it'd be, oh my God. So it'd be like someone passed a mappine and they'd like throw it across the, oh my God. All right.
That's awesome.
Keep going with your thing then.
Anyway, so moving on to the sides of my delicious, delicious meal.
Southern sides, my favorite part about Southern food. You get the mac and cheese, baked beans.
It's good.
Where you
it's
got?
Good.
What you got?
Spicy cheese grits.
Oh,
we're talking
grits.
We're talking jalapeno bacon cheese grits. And I like my family's homemade grits, but I'm getting my bacon jalapeno cheese grits from Pontiac Barbecue downtown Cincinnati.
Yes, give me that. Five. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So that's the first side. Second side, my mama, not Mama Daisy, my mama's fried okra. All right,
This is a thing of the South.
This is an underrated vegetable to all you listeners out there. Okay, okra fried is amazing with some.
It takes away the sliminess.
Yes, you fried it with some cornmeal,
but it has to be done right.
Baby.
That's the thing with Southern food. If it's not done right, it's shit.
That's why you gotta have a family like.
But you get a good 70-year-old woman in there whipping it up. You know, her husband probably back in the day was like, you know what, you better have some good food for me, and she just knows how to cook, man. She grew up cooking. She knows how to cook.
And then last side item to this delicious meal, R.I.P. Aunt Louise, out near Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, hometown.
With her homemade cat head biscuits. Now, I know what you're thinking.
What the f*** is a cat head biscuit?
Exactly. The reason why it's called a cat head biscuit is because it's the size of a cat's head. So this biscuit is like a softball, man. And this thing is huge. It is delicious.
Could they not come up with a better name?
No.
Cat head biscuit.
I don't know who came up with it. But that's just what they're called, and that's the one that I want. And
you know
to finish it off, I got to have a drink.
What's your drink?
You know, this is what I had to think long and hard about. So I'm going to go with a shot of wild turkey.
Oh, wow.
With an ice cold Coca-Cola in a glass bottle.
You're not Southern unless you drink Coca-Cola. And you know what's fantastic
and that's
about
the meal
this?
I'm going to eat before I die.
All right, what do you call if you were to refer generically to a drink that is carbonated, Zach, what would you call it?
Soda.
You wouldn't call it pop.
No.
What about you, Jonathan?
Soda.
Pop's from
yeah.
You calling it pop? Who calls it pop? My dad. So, like, I've heard two things in my family,
Midwest.
right? You either call it, you're gonna get a pop, you'll get a pop, or you're gonna get a Coca-Cola. They say, like, you're gonna get a Coke. Can I get a Coke? Even if it's a root beer, it's like, can I get a Coke?
Can I get a Coke?
Yeah, can I get a Coke?
I just want to rewind really quick to the grits, right? There is nothing better than grits from the South. Nobody else, I feel like, in the world eats grits except for Southerners. People with Southern roots.
The only grits I've ever enjoyed are the ones from Pontiac.
But I guarantee you that is Southern.
Have you had them home cooked?
I've had home cooked. You can speak to this, Austin, from the Country Kitchen. Had their grits.
That's not a fan. No, doesn't count. Does not count.
Those are like the only ones I've had. I think my mom may have made grits once when I was younger, but like. No, the only other grits I've had that I've really enjoyed are the ones from Pontiac.
Grits run in our Southern blood. I'm pretty sure. You know, it's just like a thing that you
flows
eat
in your veins.
It's like sweet tea, Coke, grits, fried chicken. Those are like staples of the South. And you know what? They're all enjoyable, and that's what I got to say about that.
No, but that's my meal. I just have a lot of fond memories with each of, like, even those sides and stuff like that. They all come from different places. That is just like the staple of a perfect meal for me. Yes, it's kind of all Southern derived, but I just think that all that stuff is amazing. And it just brings back fond memories with each different place, you know, with the biscuit and the okra and then the grits and then the fried chicken. And then top it off, I got wild turkey that reminds me of college. And then I got a Coca-Cola, which reminds me of my dad. So there you go.
Wild turkey and milk. How about that?
No.
My God.
Well, how much would I have
Mexico.
to pay you to do a drop shot of wild turkey into a glass of milk?
I don't want to think about that right now.
That sounds worse than have you heard of the Gulf of Mexico?
No.
Have we brought this up on the show yet?
No.
I think now's the perfect time. John, tell us about the Gulf of Mexico.
Let me set the scene first, okay? We're in Lehigh. You guys remember Lehigh, right? You listened to Last After Dark. You listened to, you know, when we were on the road driving in the car, talking about the Oscars and the movies we didn't see. So, my name's John Parker, in case you didn't know. Jonathan, as my family calls me. I came up with the first and only time that I will ever have this drink, and it's called a Gulf of Mexico shot.
This was invented by the Jonathan Parker.
This was invented by me.
JP special.
All right, let's hear it.
Half portion gin, half portion pickle juice in a shot glass. Knock it back. It's salty, it's bitter, it's sour. It's not good, and it reminds you of the Gulf of Mexico, particularly after the BP oil spill.
Have you ever had a pickleback?
No.
You've never had a pickleback?
What's a pickleback?
Do you not? All right, well, I have to look it up to get it exact.
Is this from Macho Nacho?
No, this is a real drink, and I'm sure everybody that's listening, if you're like more than 25 years old, you probably know what a pickleback is. It's some sort of a shooter. and
like Call of Duty
pickleback shots. Here we go. You ready, guys? But regardless of a pickleback shot is...
I like there was a few times in yesterday's episode where you would say that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, we're recording this the day of, right? It posted this morning.
Yes.
So yeah, we're recording this on the day that episode 22 posted. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you listened to it. Follow Radiovania on Twitter.
It was a well-knit show.
Yeah, this is a good time for a plug. Follow me at Zach Rotello. Follow John at John Parker. Email the show at radiovaniashow@gmail.com.
Plug.
Go to radiovania.com and hit subscribe on that button. If you'd like these conversations about fried turkey and Gulf of Mexico.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Right. Fried turkey?
Fried turkey is delicious. All right, that's what we make for Thanksgiving. That is the only way to eat turkey on Thanksgiving.
That's a Southern thing. That's another Southern thing that
fried turkey is ubiquitous,
but it's universal across the South. Nobody cooks a turkey any other way in the South unless it's fried. Okay. At least in my experiences.
All right. While Austin's reading this shot name, I'm going to have you go get beers because I'm out.
All right. Ready?
Break.
Dead air.
All right, back live with the pickleback definition. So pickleback,
the only
right?
time we'll ever be able to say that transition.
Pickleback is you take a shot of whiskey or tequila and you chase it with pickle juice. And I'd never heard of this before until recently during the Masters tournament in Augusta. And I think it's something that higher class people or something drink. And I guess it's pretty good. I mean, pickle juice, you suck it down, some salty pickle juice after a nice tequila shot.
I'm gonna come out right now. No,
I've never had it.
Love pickles. Pickles are one of the most underrated foods, but
like a pickle spear, a nice crispy pickle spear.
No.
Time out. I've got a really important question.
Okay,
since we're on the topic of food,
I know what you're about to ask. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sweet pickles or savory pickles?
Dill pickle.
Yeah,
dill pickle. If you like a bread and butter pickle, tell you what, you can go get.
No, I'm telling you right now.
There's no place in this world.
Let me tell you, my grandmother, my great-grandmother in Oklahoma grows the cucumbers.
Oklahoma.
and has her very own sweet pickle recipe. And if I gave you one, I swear you'll be changed. Your mind will be changed.
Knock
about
your ass on the ground.
I'm gonna take the benefit of the doubt and say I'm looking forward to it. But I just don't understand. I don't like the sweet pickle. It doesn't make sense to me. A dill pickle is where it's at. You put it on a burger, you put it on a sandwich, you put it on a
sandwich.
Yeah, you put it on a nice a nice sandwich. It's awesome.
It does add to.
Where were we? We still haven't finished this whole pickle juice thing, right?
Yeah, it's a pickleback.
I think we're good with the pickle drinks. You gotta talk about your perfect meal.
Yeah, let's finish this
before we all turn 80.
Is there anything else you want to say here?
That's it for me. I'm checking out.
So I got 3 things for you.
This is your meal.
Take a sip of Psychopathy at MadTree Brewing on Twitter. Great Cincinnati craft local beer.
Plugs.
They're awesome. Plugs. I love pasta. Like I said earlier, Italian family, Italian traditions. Every Sunday when I was a little kid, my mom would make pasta, and it'd be the best things ever. Sometimes you get rigatoni. Sometimes you get lasagna. Sometimes you get just straight-up noodle spaghetti, and it'd be the bomb diggity. But she knew this recipe, right, passed down from my grandmother, who made this meat sauce. It was awesome. It would take like a day to make, right? You'd put it in the crock pot. You put it on the stove. You'd have it bubbling. You got the meatballs in there, the sausage, and you got the red pepper flakes in there. You got the peppers in there, fresh cilantro, all that jazz. It's awesome. I've tried to make it as well as my mom makes it. I've still never nailed it. But my mom's ravioli is definitely one of my picks.
Ravioli.
I love ravioli, and
it's a great Italian.
It's so hard to make too because like my mom only makes it once in a blue moon. I think she made it this Christmas or whatever, but she hand rolls the pasta for ravioli, spoons the cheese and the filling in there, puts another thing. Oh god damn it, Austin! And then she does the whole thing there.
Austin's putting his hair up in a ponytail. Yeah, I know. He's making grunting sex noises.
He's doing the whole
ravioli.
Jon Snow thing right now.
Now where he's at in the show.
No,
Jon Snow's hair always looks like that.
I actually told my girlfriend, I was like, you know what? I think my hair favors Jon Snow every once in a while. If it was a little darker, I think
I don't understand what that comment was. My hair favors Jon Snow? What does that mean?
Jon Snow's look, man.
Southern Jon Snow. That's what we need.
On to the fucking Italian, man. You're getting me excited.
Yeah, so if my last meal or my best meal, the perfect meal was to be Italian style, this is how I do it. I do the ravioli, right? I do garlic bread, a little butter, a little bit of that olive oil and vinaigrette. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
You dip it in there. But the best part of Sunday...
You gotta just like absorb it like a fucking moist ass sponge.
That's what I love. That's what I love about Italians.
And
man.
it's just like a goddamn seasoning tasty party.
Yeah. The best thing
it's
about
like New Year's in your mouth, man.
The best thing about Sundays at my house when I was a kid was that, like, I still remember this. I have vivid memories of this when I was a kid. In fact, one of the most vivid was when I got the GameCube, right? And I got Sonic Adventure DX, right?
We played the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah. I love Sonic Adventure to death. It's a terrible game, but it's fun. I remember I would come home from church, I'd beeline it upstairs just to keep playing Sonic Adventure. And halfway through my sesh, right, it'd be like 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd hear my mom go, "Zach, the sauce is ready." And I'd be like, yes. Because you know what? Lunch isn't ready, but you know what is ready? The fucking sauce. And you know what that means? You get to get a piece of bread and dip that in there, and then you get the sauce. Oh, it's amazing.
Mouthgasm.
It's so good. Even the sauce.
You're inviting me over next time you have Italian,
Oh,
right?
100%.
All right, great.
You'd die if you had my mom's pasta.
All right, so what's the meal? What's
wine?
Okay, so
full circle?
I
what
still haven't
is?
gotten there. The next thing is I love pizza. I'm a well-known pizza connoisseur, right? Love
Italian
pizza.
style pizza.
Well, any kind of pizza. All pizzas equal in my eyes, except for Little Caesars $5 pizza, which can go get fucked.
But if you're on a budget, it fucks you.
This is going to have to be a topic in a further date. Is the best fast food pizza, because we've talked about this before. John's favorite pizza is the Little Caesars pizza.
I love it.
It's goddamn ridiculous.
Have you guys had pizzas
not bad.
Pizzas and pints or something?
Pies and pints?
Pies and pints.
I wasn't too
It's
impressed.
not that impressive.
No? But the beer selection's nice,
Beer
right?
was fine, yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't impressed with the taste of pizza.
Good to know.
Crust was a little doughy.
Completely off topic.
Yeah.
You can cut that
Cecilia.
off.
Off topic. We're talking about pizza. Oh, Cecilia's.
Bojo's Mountain Pies.
Cecilia,
I don't think I've ever had a better drunk pizza than
down
Cecilia's.
on my knees.
But I love Dewey's pizza.
Dewey's is the man.
Love a great buffalo chicken pizza from Dewey's or a mushrooms from Dewey's. It's awesome. Also, if we're talking locale, I love Adriatico's. Adriatico's makes a great pie, great thick crust Sicilian pie. I love that. That'd be a great meal there. Also, I love deep dish pizza. I'm going to Chicago next weekend. I'm going to go to Gino's East with a buddy of mine. Get that deep dish-ish in my belly, son. I love deep dish. You get a little sausage on there, that red pepper flakes, that fresh mozzarella. It's awesome. But I'm going to have to take a left turn right here. If I'm on death row, you brought up an interesting thing. What's the last thing I really want to eat? What's something that would be really satisfying to me? You know what one of my favorite things ever is? And my girlfriend, if you're listening to this, I'm really, really sorry. You're going to get mad at me. One of my favorite comfort foods is, if your comfort food is Southern grits, if your comfort food is fried chicken, all power to you. I love Taco Bell. My God, do I love Taco Bell.
I almost put something on there.
Oh, shit, dog. There's nothing more comforting to me as a mildly obese young man.
God. Obese is such an exaggeration.
Then going,
Zach looks like Chris Hemsworth in Thor. The first one.
Beast.
The first one.
He's not like exactly ripped like he is by Dark World or the Avengers, but he's still pretty fucking hunky.
Well,
Chris
there was
Hemsworth is a beast all fucking around. Shout out to Chris Hemsworth. He's great.
shout out to Ask Chris Hemsworth on Twitter. No, but seriously.
His brother's a bitch.
Oh, Loki's the best. Oh,
No, Liam
Hemsworth.
No, Loki's the man.
I was going to say, how do we feel about Hiddlesworth?
Loki v Liam Hemsworth. I would take Loki off.
Oh, 100%.
Loki would turn him into a goddamn flower.
Have we talked about Hiddleswift on the show yet? How do you feel about Tom Hiddleston and Taylor Swift bumping uglies? How do you feel about that one?
I mean, all I'm gonna say is that she's got a long list of ex-lovers. So you better watch out, Loki.
As long as she keeps writing music about.
But he's the
lovers.
god of mischief, so like maybe he's like the player has been played. Maybe that's what's going on.
Zach, I need to know your drink that ties in this. Are you going Italian cream soda? Are you going?
If I'm going soda, I want a. Now this is heresy again, but I want a big old Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
I like Diet Coke. Regular Coke is too sweet for me. Although if I could get a Mexicoke, bada bing, bada boom, you know what I'm saying? But for the Taco Bell meal, like I was saying before, my comfort food is coming home with a to-go order, sitting down in front of the couch, maybe playing a little Destiny, maybe playing a little Call of Duty, watching the Family Feud, or maybe watching, like, God, who cares, an episode of Seinfeld.
The Hobbit.
Yeah, The Hobbit, a movie or whatever. But, like, I watched so much Seinfeld when I was a kid, and that was what I did for all of junior year was... I would get out early in junior year. Was the first year that I got to leave school early. And so my whole thing was every Wednesday, what I would do is I would come home. I would get a Taco Bell order once a week, make sure to limit myself. I would take it home and I would watch an episode of House every Wednesday with a meal of Taco Bell. And it was just something so relaxing. It was like my It was my me time. I got to eat something shitty that tasted really good, but it was bad for you. Then I would go get on the treadmill, or I would run, or I'd go play Ultimate Frisbee or whatever, so I'd keep it in check. But the Double Dia combo is the dankness.
Cheesy bean and rice burrito.
Or the cheesy bean and rice burrito is excellent.
Have you had the Double Dilla?
Yeah, I've had the Double Dia combo box. It's excellent.
It's nice.
I was a huge fan of the Crunchwrap Supreme combo, but then I found something even better, which was the Double Dia box, which is like the quesadilla with the chips. And Taco Bell's doing this new salsa that feels like it tastes like homemade, but it can't be homemade. But
you know that shit comes from a can.
Oh, totally. But it's amazing.
From who the fuck knows where? Like 5 years in storage.
Yeah. Also,
but it's so good.
Also want to give a shout out to the Doritos Locos Taco.
Oh, man.
Also want to give a shout out to the quesadilla, the quesarito. Because right now the quesalupa was a big deal. Not as good as the quesarito. Quesaritos, right?
You guys can fill me in on this. I'm not a huge Taco Bell guy. But my favorite thing about Taco Bell is they incorporate the soft and the crunchy in the... Is it a crunch wrap? Is that what it's called?
The beefy Fritos crunch
or
wrap.
a gordita crunch.
Oh, the cheesy gordita crunch.
But bringing the
that's
crunch,
Michael's order, right?
Bringing the crunch to the soft. Bringing the crunch to the soft is revolutionary to me because
pirate.
I hate crunchy because it falls apart. It's like fuck. I love soft because it holds it all together. But I love to have that crunch. I talked about it earlier. And bringing it all together just is so satisfying. That's my conclusion.
Yeah,
on
the
that.
burrito is 100% better than the taco. It's just nice whenever you order a combo. They're like, have a taco for free, and it's like, what up? Thank you, Taco Bell. You're the best.
Oh man,
at the end of the day, though, it's just like this crunchy little piece of shit that you take one bite and then the cheese is falling off and the lettuce is out there. But
can I tell you my guilty pleasure of Taco Bell? Something I've always ordered.
He puts
hot
sauce.
Are you ready for this? It's a cheese roll up. It's literally a soft taco shell with cheese, melted cheese inside.
That's so lame, dude.
But it sounds good.
It's
have you had
so good.
How much you pay for that bad boy?
99 cents.
Maybe 99 cents.
That's fine.
It's a little bit of a ripoff, but
you know what you can get for 99 cents? Cheesy bean and rice burrito.
And also those combos that they have. You get the Doritos.
You've moved from this cheesy bean and rice burrito craze. You used to be all about the beefy Fritos burrito, but now you're the cheesy bean and rice guy.
Team cheesy bean and rice.
Right. Taco Bell is innovative. They have a lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
For cheap. Hopefully I get past this stage in my life one day. But, I feel like
What
it'll
stage?
always be my guilty pleasure.
No, Taco Bell is whoever Chick-fil-A is not fast food, right? It's good food quickly. It's the same level on Chipotle. That's what I say. Even though it has a drive-thru, some Chipotles have drive-thrus now. It's like, it's all muddled. Fast food, there's a clear and defined line. You can feel it. And Taco Bell is the best of the fast food. There's no question about it. In my eyes. They have variety.
That's a whole other debate we can get
They have
into.
variety. They have value.
I don't want to elaborate too much on that, but I there's definitely some elaboration to that.
Yeah.
But Taco Bell is definitely up there for me.
All right.
Wow.
Well, that was a hell of a topic. I'm glad that we did.
So we're done.
Yeah, let's move on to you, John. Let's talk.
Signing
about
off.
What you got?
We'll be back next week on Radiovania. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's after dark.
Breathe it for a second. Jesus.
No, just take off your pants.
Is like sweating.
Just take off your pants.
Austin loves to touch his junk.
Austin's a very bodily, sensual man. He's always touching himself, touching other people.
He kind of does look like Jon Snow right now.
He does. Like, hold on, I'm gonna take
Shut the fuck up. Jon Snow has a man bun?
Yeah,
he's always looked like that, though. He's always had his hair pulled back.
He's always kept
You're
it.
fucking crazy.
You're
always
fucking
down.
crazy. I'm live
He's watching
right now.
it live.
Make a Jon Snow kind of face.
He's always got the serious no fucking smile face.
I wish I filmed that and didn't take a picture. That was fucking awesome.
Let me see. Yeah, that's him. That's Jon Snow. So moving along to the next topic, presented by yours truly, John Parker, Swansong Parker.
At that John Parker on Twitter.
Yes, I thought it would be fun to present a topic where you can use your imagination a little bit. So imagine a world where the next blockbuster movie is a buddy cop comedy action thriller starring yourself. All right? Who's your sidekick in the movie? Who's your buddy cop? And what is the premise of your movie? So I'm going to start with Zach. Zach, what you got? Take it away, Annie.
Yeah,
Take it away. That's a deep cut. All right, so I'm making a buddy cop picture. I've got a few questions for you. I'm in full control of the project.
Absolutely.
Right? It doesn't have to be like some studios got involvement. I have to worry about
Let your imagination
the high budget actors.
run wild.
Yada, yada. Also, this is totally fictional, right? So I go into work in the morning, I go film this project, and then I come home in the evening.
Yeah.
So it's basically, who do I want to hang out with for a whole day and film a movie with?
Yes.
See, there's a lot of people that pop to my head. Emma Watson comes up there. I feel like we could really hit it off.
She's a good sidekick. Is she
she's
playing Hermione?
No. I want her to play someone new because we've never seen Emma Watson do anything different since Harry Potter.
Perks of a Wallflower.
I'm excited to see.
What about Belle? Beauty and the Beast.
That movie hasn't even come out, man.
It's gonna be incredible.
I doubt it. I have not had any hope for those live action Disney movies.
Jungle Book nailed it, and you were worried about that.
I didn't like Jungle Book.
You saw it?
Yeah.
I just saw BFG, and I was not impressed.
I downloaded it.
Have you seen
and
BFG?
No, I have no interest in seeing that.
No one saw BFG.
My mom was passionate about it. It got fair reviews online, and I went to see it. And the child actor, I don't know her actress, I guess, was just disappointing. She just did not. She did not hit any of the cues.
Movie reviews with Austin James.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That's incredible.
No, so Emma Watson is up there. I'm a huge fan of the Goz, Ryan Gosling. I feel like we could have a really cool, like, sort of dynamic there.
So you're making the nice guys with yourself as Russell Crowe.
I don't want to be Russell Crowe. He's a little too racist. I might be like
he's a gladiator.
I don't know. I feel like the whole thing would be like I'm envisioning
movies.
I'm envisioning it as like a period piece, maybe around the time of the Great Gatsby.
More.
No, like Prohibition, Great Gatsby, Prohibition.
Okay.
I'm in New York City. I kind of want it to be a detective sort of thing. So yeah, I kind of like the nice guys, but if I'm not going Ryan Gosling, let's think about this here. See, I need other people to interject. I got to think about this more.
Here's the deal about Ryan Gosling. He's going to steal the show from you.
I don't care.
He's not a sidekick.
I don't care about being the second fiddle.
Have you seen the SNL skit with Ryan Gosling as a stoned guy that gets captured by gray aliens from space? Everybody go check it out at SNL. It's a great skit.
There's so many tags.
Please go enjoy it. I saw it for the first time last night from my really conservative uncle, and it made me laugh so hard.
So here's the thing that I have about Emma Watson. She's like, I don't know if she's going to do a buddy cop movie, though. You know what I mean?
But I feel like we'd have a good dynamic. You said that I get to pick.
I know. You said to interject, and I'm just saying what I'm thinking. Yeah. You know who would be fun, and this isn't mine, but you and John Boyega would make a great team.
I don't know him that well.
Get a little white chocolate, dark chocolate going, you know?
I'm trying to think of, like, my favorite movies of all time, right? I'm looking at my counter over there. I love Lord of the Rings, but everyone in that movie's too old. Like, Elijah Wood, no.
What about the guy, Dominic Monaghan?
Charlie. You all, everybody.
Yeah.
You all, everybody.
He's alive. And he's in your movie.
See, I don't know if he would be a great sidekick.
Okay.
He's like, well, okay, if you're thinking of the Batman Robin complex, he would make a good Robin. But if you're looking for the dude that's going to steal all the women and, like, bring all these hot chicks and, like, drugs and whatever you want to the party, he's not the guy for that. I mean, yeah, he has that aspect. He's a rock star. But he's really not the guy that's going to, he's not going to add the badassery to it, in my opinion.
Okay. But the question is are you looking for, like, a Burt Ward Robin who's just going to do whatever you say and sleep with you at the end of the night? Or are you looking for, like, a Sundance Kid to your Butch Cassidy? You know what I mean? Okay, it really depends on it depends on what you want your sidekick to be. You still haven't delivered the premise of your movie, though. Like, what's the premise of your movie? You said it's going to be a period piece, a detective. Is it a comedy or is it serious?
So here's what I want to do. I got it.
Okay.
I've got it.
He's locking in.
I got to lock it in. Sorry, it took a while for me to kind of clear my mind about this, but we're only 10 minutes deep into this topic, so I feel okay about it. Yes, it's going to be Great Gatsby style. I would also be fine if the director, Baz Luhrmann, I think was the guy that did Great Gatsby, directed mine. So very stylized, maybe a modern soundtrack from 2016. You get a little
Tobey Maguire.
Get a little Beyonce. No, it's not. Although, totally underlooked. Tobey Maguire hasn't done fucking shit since Spider-Man, and he was awesome in Great Gatsby. He was awesome in Great Gatsby. He was the perfect Nick Carraway.
Never a big
fan. You know what he's doing now? He's just smoking stogies on some beach somewhere.
Stogies, man.
Paying for drinks with his Spider-Man money.
What's the king to a god? No. Prohibition era. buddy cop comedy. The whole thing is basically just a murder mystery, maybe like think True Detective, but with an Edgar Wright sort of twist. So,
ooh, very fancy.
I want like a co-directed team, right? Baz Luhrmann, who brings the style and the period, and I want Edgar Wright to bring the comedy and the writing. And my buddy, Jason Schwartzman.
Oh,
now
porn stash.
Jason Schwartzman is a long-standing man crush with me. He's been in famous films such as Rushmore, which is one of his first films. He's in The Darjeeling Limited, which is a great film. He's in a lot of Wes Anderson films, so The Grand Budapest Hotel, Fantastic Mr. Fox. But what I was introduced with him from is Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. My favorite comic book of all time, graphic novel, whatever you want to call it. But Jason Schwartzman.
That's another topic for another
Oh yeah,
because that's heresy.
No. Jason.
Dark Knight Returns.
It's different things, different strokes.
It's completely different.
I
actually.
like comic books that don't. I'm
not discounting Scott Pilgrim. There's a huge audience for it, and it's a fantastic.
Have you ever
piece
read
of
through
literature.
them?
I've read through the first one, but that was a while ago.
I really should lend you them.
Yeah, I would love to read them again.
God,
but you got to read
fantastic.
Long Halloween. You're
I will.
killing me, bro, because I want to reread that, and you're taking forever.
There's something really special about Scott Pilgrim is my teen movie, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see The Breakfast Club until I was in high school. I saw Scott Pilgrim when I came right into high school, and then I didn't see Breakfast Club until later. But, like, looking at 80s movies like Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, You Got Better Off Dead, John
Off topic,
Cusack.
real quick. You want to know what my coming of age movie was?
What's
and
that?
this was like a little early, but it's just something that I watched a lot. You guys remember Sky High, that Disney movie? Dude, that movie.
I'll stop the world and melt.
I love that movie, man. That movie is fun. Anyway, get back where you're going.
I remember that I saw that movie and I got so pissed at my family because they were running late or whatever, and we missed the first 5 minutes because of traffic. And I came in and I was like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it if I don't see the whole thing. And I freaked out about it. And I think I cried about it.
Little Zach.
But Sky High, yeah, I remember that. I haven't seen it since I saw it.
It's pretty good.
But
It's actually low key really good. All right, continue.
But yeah, Jason Schwartzman and I running around the city, smoking cigars, hanging out, singing songs on the guitar. He's a great musician. At Coconut Records, I think is his. Yeah, I think Coconut Records is his artist on Spotify. But he writes music. He's just an all around really cool guy. Total man crush. He's always nice in all the interviews I've seen him in, and I can see me and him getting along really well in a buddy cop movie. So that's my answer. Me and Jason Schwartzman in the 40s. Or 50s or 40s in the Great Gatsby time.
Is there like any plot to your movie besides you're in the 40s?
We're hunting down an elusive gangster mob boss who's played by...
Named Chicken Parm.
Who's played by Ralph Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes.
Dude,
that's a fantastic actor. Not Italian at all.
Also,
but
the love interest, which me and Jason Schwartzman kind of like fight over.
Oh, the love triangle. I'm liking this movie, man.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh, shit. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
all right.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Sky High. She's in that movie too.
Is she in Sky High?
She's Gwen. Oh yes, dude. We just made the
I don't know what I'm
poll. We made the
high-fiving.
poll trinity. That's what happened. So prepare to get your minds blown, kids. That's what happened. That just went down. Austin James.
At Radiovania on Twitter. At Zacratello. At Dead John Parker. Radiovania Show.
We're actually need to copyright
merch, go to
that. We need to copyright the poll
www.radiovania.com.
trinity.
All right, we're copywriting it here. Kanye West, I want you to listen up. We're copywriting the Poll Trilogy.
Hey, what you got for me, Zach?
All right, it's copyrighted.
Austin James, tell me about your up movie.
All right. So Zach went with this whole like 40s. I'm feeling, like the nice swinger ladies with the dresses. I'm feeling like Gatsby with these, these elaborate parties. But
It is Coconut Records. I just wanted to be on record as saying that. Yeah, and also turn your body. You're doing the whole sideways thing again.
sweat.
Who fucking cares? We're on the show. It's about radio.
My ass sweat.
This is comfortable for me. I'm in the microphone.
All right, go for it.
I want to be
Go for
in
it.
the microphone.
All right.
You know nothing,
so-
Jon Snow.
So that brings up a great point. Jon Snow. You think of you think of Jon Snow. You think of all these. You think of all these badass characters that you want for your sidekick, right? You want Jon Snow. You want Bruce Lee. You want these guys that are going to be kick ass, take names later kind of guys. You want these guys that can roll in and beat the hell out of somebody if they want. They can whatever the deal is. But I started to think, who, as a guy, who wants a badass guy sidekick? Why don't we go for a badass girl sidekick?
I started out with talking about Emma Watson, motherfucker.
Okay, Emma, what's she gonna do with the flick of the wrist with her wand?
She's a girl. You were just giving me shit. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
do your thing.
Who you got?
So okay, I have three, really two tops, right? And the first is a guy, and I go for him because 1, he's badass. 2, he's good looking. 3, I feel like he can play any role in any situation. Just about Matthew McConaughey, right? He's
the McConaissance.
He's a great looking guy.
I'd say it happened. it kind of ended with Free State of Jones. Did you see the reviews for that piece of garbage?
I heard it was bad.
Woo!
Really?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
That trailer,
well, him and I love the movie Mud. You get to see a whole different aspect to him. Personally, I really like that movie. But Matthew McConaughey,
Sahara.
He's
oh yes.
Matthew McConaughey he's going. He's getting up there in age. So all the younger women
just calling McConaughey old.
But all the young.
How old is he?
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
go with
question.
42.
Look it up.
42?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
I would say 45.
Or you look it up. Continue with your pitch.
42, 45?
45.
46. Awesome was closest.
Wow. You're welcome, McConaughey. Made you younger. Keep going.
But nothing against you, McConaughey. You look 10 years, 20 years younger than you are. You could get any woman in the world that you want.
You could.
Obviously, you're my second choice to sidekick. I think you could kick ass, take names later, but you could also bring in all the hot women, all the fun parties. You're the full circle. But there is one true to my heart. Bless her soul. I love this woman, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, wow.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Austin James and Jennifer Lawrence in a buddy cop picture.
That sounds
all right.
incredible.
I'm feeling Batman, Batwoman. I'm feeling, but to be honest, that's not my setting for the movie. Jennifer Lawrence, she kicks ass, takes names later in the Hunger Games, but she gets more intimate in the Silver Linings
Playbook.
Silver Linings Playbook.
It's a good movie.
So you see this full aspect of her. She's sweet. She's hardcore. She's got the guts.
Did you see that American Hustle?
I didn't.
It's not a very good movie.
It's a bad movie.
Jennifer Lawrence is pretty good.
Good.
Jennifer Lawrence, she doesn't care
Robert
what
De Niro.
She doesn't care what others think.
For that 4 minutes he's in it. Yeah.
5 minutes.
And for that exact reason, Jennifer Lawrence is my pick. As for the setting, I see almost this band of youth, reckless prisoners, right? Kind of like Oh Brother. You've seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, right?
Yeah.
I see her and I escaping from this. Whether it's a fantastic world or a prison in the West, it doesn't matter. I see her and I escaping, right, and having this journey where we're kicking ass, but then we end up falling in love. So it's like this whole complex where
you guys fuck a lot in this movie.
Well, of
If
course.
you love me, you can lie to-
Austin's just like,
And that, but the conclusion to the ultimate story, the story doesn't revolve around us fucking. And in fact, it ends. It ends in our love, right? We're these hard people where we don't really have a passion for other people. We're hard. We're ruthless. We're rigid. We don't have relationships, right?
ribbed for your pleasure.
Hey, seriously, this is good shit right here. This is good. This is the next.
No,
This is the
going.
next hit
Keep going.
on.
Redbox.
Yeah. Why Redbox? This is fucking. People are going to Regal to see this shit.
Straight to Redbox featuring Austin James and Jennifer Lawrence.
Keep going. This is.
What's the line? It's like
I'm not about to sing my dick.
Keep going, man. This
All right,
is so good.
so right, we're both these rigid kind of. We don't show our emotions to other people, but to start out, we're young, we're hard, we're in this prison camp, whatever the.
Just a small town.
All right, we gotta stop. We gotta let him finish.
Dude, I'm just like, I want to see this movie so bad. That's the problem.
I'm pitching you guys probably the next
like
blockbuster. I'm pitching you the next blockbuster, and really,
us the next Jurassic World.
So we're this rigid group of outlaws, and we're on the run.
So it's like Bonnie and Clyde.
It's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde, yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, we don't see the connection that we have at first, and that's kind of how the movie ends. Is we're on the run. We're not bad people, but sometimes we may have bad intentions. But ultimately, we mean well, and we're in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so we just kind of have this hard soul, and we're on the run, and we never see the true love that is growing between the two of us, and it's through the different experiences that we take that we find love, and ultimately, whether it's over a bottle of Fireball like it was with my past girlfriend in Columbus, or whether it's through a bank heist, whatever the story may be. We find ourselves, coming together through our common experiences and our common love for each other, and we never knew it, but from the start, it was like a love at first sight. But we were never shown that, so we didn't really know what we were seeing.
So we kind of a couple banks,
right? So ultimately, we were friends, but we kind of resented each other because we were getting this whole new feeling that had never been shown to us. Because I would like to think that we were brought up on a rough childhood, and every step you take.
Keep talking.
So we were brought up on this.
For his movie's gonna be dang, because I got Jay-Z and Beyonce on his soundtrack too. So,
man,
boom.
So that's my story right there.
He crafted a really artful piece there.
That is Sundance right there.
Yeah, seriously, that's Sundance material. That'll be the first Radiovania production there. I would like to. Have you signed with the company yet?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Radiovania Productions is in the works. Radiovania Studios.
As long as I can get like a 10-second smooch sesh with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, you said you're.
You can
have to talk to her. She might.
You can have every rights to this.
But
you
might get to touch her shoulder.
We called her up, and I believe the quote was, "Who?" And then she hung up. So,
yeah, but
whoa!
Sorry about that, so, shout out to Jennifer Lawrence, great actress. She does everything she's in. She just blows through the roof. And the best thing I love about her is that she's her own person. She doesn't let Hollywood kind of get to her. I think that she's very independent in that sense. So, and she's 24, 25? So
26.
Meghan Trainor's younger than us.
She's such a young actress, and she's got so much going for her.
No, I don't.
How about that No? Remember that No song? Remember that Hot Jam No?
The worst song.
My name is
No.
My number is No. My something is No. You need to let it go. You need to let it go. It's the most generic piece of shit song I've ever heard.
Fuck that woman.
Shout out to Meghan Trainor. Do something better with your life.
Can we get another? What was that song that I really liked? Not About That Bass. What was the other one?
Marvin Gaye.
She was in Marvin Gaye?
She made a song with what's his name?
No, it's with Charlie Puth.
But she has a song, and it's actually a really good song with
John Legend.
John Legend, and it's I mean, John Legend's extremely talented, but
oh, dude, that dude, he's got some pipes.
He's got some pipes. Yeah, all right, so
that was that topic.
I still gotta go.
You still have to go. Yeah. Holy shit!
That's what happens when you bring on.
Should we get more beers before the next one?
Yeah, you start talking. I'm gonna run upstairs. So let the topic roll.
Let's take a break.
Let the topic roll.
I gotta pee too, so let's dead air.
We should take a topic break between the top. All right.
Jason Schwartzman, L.A. Noir.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the L.A. Noir movie with me and Jason Schwartzman.
Never seen L.A. Noir.
It's a video
game.
I thought so.
It's a rock
That's
star.
why I was confused. Okay.
Austin is a Bonnie and Clyde with Jennifer Lawrence, where they
Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, brother, where art thou? Bonnie and Clyde together, kind of like a.
Wow. All right.
Nice and John Parker. What do you got for us?
All right, let me set the scene real quick, okay?
Scene first, okay.
Benicio del Toro is the leading drug lord for Colombian Bam Bam, and by Colombian Bam Bam, I mean cocaine. I'm talking the purest
cocaine.
Don't you mean
bam?
Yes, this cocaine is so pure. You take one hit, you're dead. That's how pure it is, all right? This is like some hardcore shit.
Ganya.
So, Who does the United States government hire to take care of this? The best DEA agent in the biz.
Jonathan
fucking Parker.
I already like where this is going, John.
JFP is on the case. But he needs a sidekick, right? Because every good buddy cop movie's got a sidekick. You know, you got your Lethal Weapons, your 21 Jump Streets, your nice guys. So he calls in his long-lost pal, Short Round, from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Okay, in case you guys don't know who Short Round is, he's about a 12-year-old Chinese kid.
That dude is like 30 now.
No, this is a period piece. He's still young. Okay, so we're gonna I don't know how this is made, but it's happening. So JFP and Short Round, they're heading down to take out Benicio del Toro's gang. This movie is directed by none other than George Miller. George Miller is the creator of the Mad Max series. This is a Mad Max Fury Road toned movie, okay? Short Round and JFP are driving in a Jeep down to Colombia. Yeah, we got pictures of him. That's him right there.
You gotta refresh the memory.
Yes, okay. So Short Round's
hold on. What is this case right now? Can we talk about this goddamn phone case that he's got? Are those cards on the back?
Yeah, brother.
Why? Don't you have a wallet like a normal ass man?
Wallet.
Sometimes I like to just carry my phone. Let's move on from this fact that I'm not a man.
God damn it. All right, keep going.
So on their way down, their car wrecks, right? They're
in a Jeep, a badass Jeep, like Jeep. A Jurassic Park Jeep.
Oh, absolutely. It's got stripes on the side.
Short Round and JP.
John Williams is doing the music for my movie, obviously. So they're driving through Mexico, right? The cartel hits them in a canyon, all right? JP pulls out 2 Uzis. He's gunning people down. Short Round's got a slingshot. He's hitting people in the eyes, right? You know. So they have to take a boat, all right? So they charter a ferry.
Dude, I love this movie right now.
From a guy with a peg leg who is played by Ian McKellen, all right? He's an old seafaring man. And you know what his name is? Mr. Briny from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. He has a pet pelican named Miss Pico, whatever that thing was. Anyway, they get a charter to Colombia. Short Round and JFP, they're going balls deep when they get there. It's like Tropic Thunder. You know, they walk in, they're just gunning people down. They're shoving coke in people's faces and stuff like that.
So it's just like ruthless.
It's just absolutely bloody. George Miller-esque. It's tonally amazing.
When you say Tropic Thunder, no comedy, or you throw it in the funnies?
There's comedy. They'll be fighting people, and Short Round's going to be like, "Oh, Mr. Parker, what do we do next?" And I'll be like, "All right, hold down, Short Round," and I grab him and I throw him into somebody, and he like takes out like 3 guys, you know,
kind of like a sling, like a boomerang.
Yes,
you kind of boomerang this poor child.
No, he's not a poor child. He's my friend. All right, Short Round is my friend.
He's your fucking sidekick.
Okay. This is the finale of the movie,
Sidekick, friend, one and the same.
Short Round and I were sitting around the campfire the night before we break into Benicio del Toro's place, okay? Benicio is smoking some nice cigars. He's talking to his buddies. He's like, "We're the best Colombian coke empire in the world." And they're like, "Ah." All right, his name is Mr. Alcazar. So Short Round and I are sitting around the fire, and he's like, "Detective Parker, what we do tomorrow?" And I'm like, "This is what we're going to do. Short Round, this is a 50 caliber sniper. You're going to cover me from a vantage point. I'm going in hot. I got a machete on my back. 2 Glock 9s. I'm going in. Glocks aren't invented yet, okay? So there's time travel involved in this movie. This movie is going to be the best movie ever.
This is the Game of Thrones of movies.
This is. I'm Bran Stark. Spoilers. Anyway, so I go into the camp the next day.
Austin's over here just like dying. He's like,
I go into the camp. I'm gunning people down. Short Round's got me covered and stuff like that. Benicio del Toro comes up in the end and he's like,
"Was he a 6th season character? I just got hung up on this fact that you just threw me something."
No. Benicio del Toro comes up. He's like, "You trying to stop my coke empire?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to take it over." What? The good guy becomes the bad guy at the end, and now Short Round and I run a cocaine empire at the end of my movie. To be determined later in the sequel.
And that goes to the sequel, right? So the sequel is you guys running a coke empire.
Exactly.
So the first one
is like my Star Wars, and the sequel is like my Empire. So the Empire is going to be better. But
are you taking it like Fast and Furious sequel length? Or are you taking it like Lord of the Rings?
I was picturing the first one is Mad Max and the second one is Breaking Bad.
Sure.
Okay.
Or Mad Max and then Mad Max Road Warrior. We could just follow that.
Can you just
skip Thunderdome and then go to Fury
do me a
Road?
Are you
favor.
fucking kidding me?
Just do me a favor.
Thunderdome is the best.
Fast and
Better than
Furious.
Fury Road.
Fury Road, Thunderdome, 1, 2.
You don't like Road Warrior?
2 sucks.
Dude.
Just throw in like a little Fast and Furious complex. To it.
Okay,
Just like
Michelle
little-
Rodriguez is the love interest.
There you go. But you guys have to drive some badass cars, right? Like that's part
Yeah,
of being
we
in the
got a
Coke
Jeep.
business.
I'm going to be
boat.
straight up honest. I can't believe Evangeline Lilly wasn't part of your plans here.
JFP can't have any emotional attachments until the second movie. Otherwise, everything's compromised. at the
So
beginning.
Evangeline
not-
Lilly shows up in the second one.
she's the love interest.
Angelina Jolie.
Evangeline Lilly.
Where the fuck did I get Angelina?
I'll set the
Jolie?
scene for the second movie real quick if you want. It starts out, Evangeline Lilly is a prisoner.
We got to move on soon, but go for it.
Denzel Washington is holding a prisoner in Harlem
Oh my
in a
God.
basement.
Denzel
okay?
Washington's one of my all-time favorite actors.
Great. He's going to be the villain in the second movie. JFP and Short Round bust in, guns blazing, they take out everybody, right? Evangeline Lilly's there. JFP is taken aback by her sheer beauty. And Short Round's like, Mr. Parker, you got boner. And I'm like, I'm like, no, Short Round. And I'm like, we got to get this woman out of here.
Short round.
And then that's the opening scene for,
I like it. I'm a huge fan.
The Adventures of Jonathan and Short Round. I'm workshopping the title. Red Harvest.
Well, BFG is evidently a thing now, so JFP can be a thing for sure.
John fucking Parker.
I actually
Big
like
giant.
I like it.
Can I be completely honest? That's the first thing I thought when I heard
me too.
BFG.
Oh,
It
for
wasn't.
sure.
It wasn't big, friendly giant. I can't even think that. I automatically thought big fucking giant.
Yeah, same here. I never
think
read the
Spielberg
original
thought
book.
that too.
I never read the book, right? The
animation was cool. though.
Roald Dahl is the one that wrote the original book,
Yeah.
right? Never read it.
Who were we talking about? Never mind. That was
All
a
right.
different time. But anyway, so I thought that would be a fun topic. I got to run my imagination. I want Short Round to be in every movie. I think he's one of the best characters in fiction.
That actor is like 40 now.
Can we look him up? What he looks like?
Yeah, he looks like.
All right, you.
He looks like a normal dude.
yes, I will debate that until the end of the time. All right, hold on to your potatoes. It's a great movie, dude.
We've talked about how can you love Short Round so much and not agree with me that Temple of Doom is the best Indiana Jones movie?
because Raiders of the Lost Ark is
No.
the best Indiana Jones. Okay, you're smoking crack if you don't.
There's
think so.
no way, man.
Smoking
Temple of Doom is better. It's more well written. It has better set pieces.
From what aspect? Okay,
The script is better. The set pieces
pieces
are better. I feel like the sidekick and the characters are better. Like
Yeah, but
I
the
care
love
about-
interest is not.
But that is such a minor part.
That's the third main character of the movie.
But it
man.
also brings up
Short
the whole,
Round?
No,
Or
the Miriam or whatever her name is.
I don't. Okay, I love Temple of Doom. It's my second favorite Indiana Jones movie. Mola Ram as a villain isn't as. I don't think he's as well developed as Balak is in Raiders.
Kalima.
But he's so iconic. Don't get me wrong.
Kalima.
That movie scared the shit out of me. When that
Oh,
guy
yeah.
reaches in and grabs the dude's heart, I was like, "What? This is PG. What the fuck?" Great movie. Can we watch Temple of Doom?
Your mom's like, watch your language, John.
Yeah, seriously. When I was 9, when she showed me,
They're
that
like,
movie.
Mom, what the All right, Austin, we got a report on Short Round, or are you still Googling?
I'm working on it. It's like.
Just trying to find out present day
All
what
right,
he looks like.
here we go. He's just he looks like a
No, it's a period piece. He's still a child in this movie.
I know, but it's fun to know then and now, to see what where they came from, where they are now.
By the third movie,
Look, there we go. There's a side by side. He looks like an average guy.
By the third movie,
But
Short
There's
Round.
something a little disappointing about seeing that.
By
you
the
know?
third movie, Short Round, it turns out is the son of Sun and Jin Kwan from Lost.
Oh my God, we have to go back, Kate.
So
It's crazy.
just let that sink in. Time travel.
All right, we're gonna move on to our last topic.
Jonathan
We're-
Key Kwan is his name, just to throw that
His
in.
name's Jonathan.
This is madness.
Short Round is the best sidekick in
No
film.
way. He was in the Goonies.
Yeah, dude, he was Data.
Wow.
Also a great sidekick, but I had to go with Short Round because Short Round has like kung fu. Whereas Data's like, I got this cool thing in my coat where it shoots tow cables. The Goonies is a great movie though.
All right.
Hey, you guys.
Sloth was also up in the front runners for sidekicks.
No way. You and with Sloth in a movie?
Yeah, what else? We would just be bashing heads into walls. He'd be like the Mountain. You know, we're just gonna be like killing people and stuff like that. It's
Sloth
awesome.
would be the mountain.
He would be the Mountain. Let's
I don't think-
recast
I don't-
Game of Thrones season 7 with Sloth.
That's a hey. no talking anymore. We're moving topics, but that is one of my topics on my list is recasting Game of Thrones.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
I know. We need to have Michael for that one.
All right. Not to be selfish, but I'm excited for my next topic.
Yeah,
Zach.
we're moving on to the last topic of the night, the final topic. We're coming in an hour and 24 minutes, so we're going to go long. But, Austin, what's your topic?
All right, so, I could have gone in many different directions here as a guest speaker. But ultimately, as a child, I was in love with Cowboys. I was also in love with karate, kung fu, all sorts of martial arts. So my ultimate question is for these guys: would you go cowboy or would you go ninja? So any type of ninja fashion. If you want karate, if you want to go kung fu, if you want to go samurai, whatever the hell you want to be, you be. But you tell me, what is the best of the two options?
I've got a lot of questions.
All right,
you're the question master, right?
I'm the question master.
So you're deciding the scenario.
I'm deciding the scenario. I want to play an interactive role between us.
Right? We're classy. Right?
Why do I need to be either of these people? Are we living in a time where samurai and ninja are needed in society?
It's like that one video game where you can only be a samurai, a knight, or a Viking.
Oh, For Honor by Ubisoft Studios.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know that. I'm not familiar with this
Just
video game.
agree with me.
But I do want to say that put yourself in the time that each is acquainted with. So Cowboys, you're thinking Western, you're thinking of salons, you're thinking of salons. That's French. That's French Renaissance history. I apologize.
Hey there, Purdy. Can you trim my beard?
Saloons.
I must just
We're thinking of.
Think of yourself in a salon. It's like, all right, sir, what you want on this haircut today? We got the cowboy, we got the other cowboy.
Man, you're stinky. You need to take a bath.
So we're thinking of we're thinking of Annie Oakley. We're thinking of Buffalo Bill. We're thinking of what's I shouldn't
went to his gravesite while I was in Colorado.
That's really
at
cool.
Lookout Mountain. That's supposedly where he's buried.
Makeout Reef.
Close. We were going to go to Lookout Mountain where Buffalo Bill's final resting place, quote unquote, is at. But my grandmother's neighbors, who may or may not be a little kookish, walked in the room and they're like, "Don't believe what you say on the placards. That's not actually where Buffalo Bill was buried." And then they left and we were like, all right, whatever.
So where is he buried?
No idea.
Brooklyn.
He probably never even existed.
Buffalo Bill's a tall time.
What's the James guy? The James guy. He's related to me. Fuck. James.
Jesse James.
Jesse James, yeah. Think Jesse James. Think
John
Outlaw.
You are not related to Jesse James.
I'm John Wayne.
I do want to bet.
I can't prove it, so. Minus the fact that my name is James. So, I claim some heritage to him.
You are not related
All right,
to
so
Jesse
okay,
James.
listen to me. This is important to the question, right?
Okay. You haven't even named any ninjas. You've just been naming people.
I'm getting there. If you just let this develop. We're thinking Jesse James, Buffalo Bill, Annie Oakley. You think of any out Western, 6-shooter, badass, never, takes a shot to the heart but is blocked by a deck of cards. Whatever the fuck you want to think. Or you go to
we could make a Western movie out of that. I'm just saying.
Or you go to the virtuous kung fu master. You think, have you seen Ip Man? IPMAN.
Oh, Ip Man.
Ip Man. One of my favorite.
I've heard so many good things about this movie, but I've never actually seen it.
There's 3 actually. It's a series. One of my all-time favorite kung fu movies. It's worth a watch. I think they're all on Netflix. I know number 3 is, but the first 2 are by far my favorite. Great stories, great acting. In my opinion, there are subtitles if it's hard for you to keep up with the action. That's one thing that held me back.
I'll check it out.
So you think Jackie Chan, you think Bruce Lee, you think
Ken Watanabe.
But you think of the virtuous samurai versus the kind of reckless cowboy. What
about the last samurai, Tom Cruise? Is he one of those?
No, he's what? That doesn't even count. We're thinking like
I think Tom Cruise is
true, authentic. Well, you know what? Tom Cruise probably argues a lot of things.
Okay, Austin. I'm Tom Cruise, and
have you seen my movie?
My movie, The Last Samurai, is actually really good, and you're kind of harsh on my mellow here by not liking it.
Tom Cruise is.
Excuse me.
You know what movie Tom Cruise does really well in? Rock of Ages. He plays.
God. I heard that movie was atrocious.
Yeah, same.
But he
I was thinking,
plays
Top Gun or
Have you not seen it?
Mission Impossible.
He actually played, in my opinion, Tom Cruise plays himself in Rock of Ages. Give it a watch. It's hilarious. Anyways.
Highway to the danger zone.
All right. Back on topic.
That's also in my movie, The Short Round. That's what we play when we're driving in Mexico. Shorty's wearing like some aviators and he's driving because he's 12. I'm just like gunning people out of the side.
How about a jam for that? What a great movie.
No, see, when I think of like badass, like hero sidekick movies, I think of like the hero kind of kicking back. Like for you, I would be driving the car and you got the aviators on and you're jamming to, like, for instance, that song, and you're just like, and you're just kind of bobbing your head while what was your sidekick?
Short Round.
Short Round is just here slingshotting the people, and you're just like bobbing your head.
Shorty, you can't slingshot everybody.
Yeah. See, that's the best part of hero sidekick movies to me. All right, back to the topic. We're here. We're live. We're talking about live as in the present. Living,
we're in the moment.
Loving,
so deep.
Living, and loving. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
If you could inception somebody's brain, what would you
Just kind of this.
No more topics. No more topics.
I'm just kidding. Keep going.
All right, so like I presented to you guys, you have the samurai, the kung fu master, the virtuous, follows all the rules. Comes home, is probably never drinks, and then you think of the reckless but badass Westerner who is using guns, shoots them up, doesn't care about the law, lawless, I guess you could name it. Goes to the saloon. Excuse me.
You almost did it again.
Wears the spurs.
Spurs.
Rides a horse. Goes to
I'm a
the
cowboy.
goes to the local brothel, if you will.
He's a dog.
On a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted.
left.
Wanted. Dead or alive.
There you go.
There we go. That's it. So, Zach, what would it be? You have the option between a Bruce Lee, and where are you going?
Keep going. Keep talking.
Jonathan,
No, talk to me.
I want you to tell me.
Are y'all motherfuckers familiar with a movie called Ninja Assassin?
Oh my god.
So, Ninja Assassin was a movie.
It's a rental. Did you buy this from Blockbuster when they closed?
I think so. I think I did. I think I
I
bought it
bought
from
Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. when they closed.
So, I'm going to bring up a movie called Ninja Assassin from Scott Hutchinson on wearemoviegeeks.com. Quote, the greatest ninja movie of all time.
Lies.
The filmmakers behind The Matrix and V for Vendetta bring new blood to martial arts movie in Ninja Assassin. Korean pop star Rain, Speed Racer, stars as heroic, deadly Rizzo. Trained from childhood in the way of the Ozuno clan ninja. He is stalked by fellow warriors for breaking free of them and their Iron Will Dojo patriarch, martial arts legend Shosokuzi. And on the run with European agent Naomi Harris, who has proof the clan sells assassination services to governments. Sandy's going to bed. So, you've never seen this movie.
I have not.
You've never seen this movie.
You know what the
No.
best ninja movie is?
This.
No.
Ip Man.
It's 007. You only live twice.
Oh, you're fucking crazy. Ninja
You like that cover from Coldplay.
Actually, you know what? I'll bring it up in my section of the podcast.
Okay. This is your section.
No. But I'm saying in my,
His tangent.
my
Okay.
tangent.
Ninja Assassin was a movie that came out when I was in high school. The goriest, bloodiest, unnecessarily violent movie I've ever seen. Really cool action set pieces, really underlooked. Has a great opening, great acting. It's actually a really interesting story, and it's really awesome. And if anything determined that I would be a ninja in my life, it's this movie.
So you're going to be a ninja.
Yes, I want to be a ninja.
All right.
100%. If I want... The dude in this movie, Rizzo, has a chain with a blade on it that he swings around and like chops people's throats off, and it's a crazy thing. I highly recommend watching this movie. I should lend it out to you guys.
You should
but
let
it's
me
like,
borrow that.
It's some nonsense bullshit, man. It's like if you've seen The Matrix or V for Vendetta, it's like that times 1,000 in terms of violence. So it's just a really stupid movie, but that made me want to be a ninja. So that's my answer. Ninja.
I got to go Cowboy. I'm not going to lie. I want to ride horseback, ride into town, go to the saloon, fuck a prostitute, drink a pint of beer, go out and shoot somebody that I quarreled
Be drunk
with
as
over a game of cards, and I want to be Django Unchained. That's what I want to be.
Django Unchained.
Fantastic movie, but we're not talking about movies. We're talking about me. I want to be a cowboy because that's freedom. There's no code. Who gives a what you do? You ride around, you shoot somebody. You ride around, you fuck somebody. You do whatever you want, or you're a farmer, which is also a respectable profession. I'm going to go cowboy. We got some great leaders. We got Django, Jamie Foxx. We got Clint Eastwood. We got Robert Redford, Paul Newman.
Robert Redford, wow.
Christian Bale was a cowboy. Russell Crowe was a cowboy.
That's true, man.
310 to Yuma is an underrated Western movie.
Is awesome.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Awesome. Such a great movie.
You got the great Kevin
Yuma.
Costner as a cowboy. Robert Duvall has been a cowboy. Cowboys were something that American boys growing up either looked up. You want to be an astronaut, firefighter, cowboy, policeman, superhero, Jedi. There's a long list.
Spaceman.
I said astronaut.
Oh, okay.
I want to be a cowboy.
Or you can be a space farmer. What was that movie with what's his name?
Martian?
No. This is like back in like 2008, 2007. He was a farmer that built his own rocket ship and went into space. That was like the weirdest. No. Space Farmer, I think is the name of it.
Anyway, I want to be a cowboy for sure. No questions asked.
Keep on.
That's all I got, dude. No questions asked. I already said that. I mean, it's not a debate for me. I could either wield a sword or I got a 6-piece and a horse. And
honestly, I've always
thought...
And
a lovely lady waiting back at the homestand with my 2 strapping young boys who are carrying out the fields.
The Astronaut Farmer.
I'm a bounty farmer.
2006, The Astronaut Farmer.
No.
Not familiar with it?
No.
Really?
Red Dead Redemption has been the only Western that I've ever really connected with. 310 to Yuma came really close. I love that movie. I love... God, I'm blanking on his name.
Logan Lerman.
No.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah. I love Christian Bale, and I love Russell Crowe in those movies. In 310 to Yuma, I thought it was a great... Stop laughing.
It's the cast of The Space Astronaut, or what is it? The Astronaut Farmer that just makes me laugh.
What's the cast?
Billy Bob Thornton. Okay. You just can't hear that name and not laugh.
Yeah, what a terrible name. How did that guy get famous? Billy Bob Thornton. With a name like Billy Bob Thornton.
IMDb gives us a 6.3, which is, I mean, it's not the best.
That's a D.
But you know what? It's passing.
That's what I got in math in high school.
And you passed, right? You got through high school.
And look where you are now, you strapping son of a bitch.
All right, so I'm up, right? And this has always been...
Yeah, you are.
I'm up to bat. And I've got some interesting takes on this. And this is kind of my childhood dilemma. I love the ninja, the kung fu warrior, the virtuous. He always did the right thing. But I love the cowboy because you know what? He didn't give a damn about what the fucker next to him thought. He was going to drink his whiskey. He was going to fucking shoot him if he wanted to. He did whatever the hell he wanted to. So when I think about this, I think about a couple different characters. Jackie Chan, right? He's got some phenomenal karate movies.
Let's not forget that cartoon that he had.
Yeah, what was the name of that?
Jackie Chan.
Was it just Jackie Chan? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna self-loathe
Samurai
myself
Jack
and just call
was the
this.
shit, but
I'm just gonna
They're bringing Samurai Jack back to Adult Swim, TV MA rated, 1 season. Let's fucking go. That shit's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait.
Woo! So, like I was saying,
heads off.
When you think about it, when you think about the karate or the kung fu warrior, I don't get the same feeling as Zach does with the bloody and the fucking chainsaw in the air or whatever it was. I get the thought of Ip Man, and it's on Netflix now. The third one, I'm not sure if the first or second one is. Highly suggest watching it if you enjoy kung fu and karate style movies. This guy is virtuous. He follows all the rules. He's lawful. At least by the third one he is. In the first and second, it might be a little bit of a different story, but he finds that in himself, right? He has a son, and he protects the school that his son is attending. He's a master in his art, and so he's well respected. Cowboys, on the other hand, are respected for a completely different aspect. they think of themselves as the lawless, right? They're above the law, below the law, whatever they are.
Below the belt.
They don't follow the law. So they think of it as, I'm going to shoot this person, I'm going to get in a duel. That's another thing about Cowboys, duels, man. They had no fear. And that's what I love that's why I've always been so conflicted with both sides of the story. No fear is posed on either side. Kung Fu masters are not afraid to fight for their title as Kung Fu. Cowboys are not afraid to fight in a duel for their title. So you think of it as this whole, as a child, you think of this whole complex as who's the bigger man, the better person. And so I think of people like Lee, what is it?
Harvey Oswald.
Yeah. And then I think of Clint Eastwood. Jonathan.
Did you get that joke?
No, but you hear what I said?
What? Lee Harvey Oswald?
All right. That was completely off the wall. I think of guys
innocent until proven guilty. That's all I gotta say.
I think
I'm just kidding.
So ultimately today I'm going to go with the Kung Fu Karate Ip Man style virtuous person who is well respected in their community, who lives their life in accordance to their virtue and their beliefs. So
now I'm gonna throw something out there. If you would have added pirate to the equation,
I would have been pirate.
I would have gone pirate.
So you're talking Johnny Depp and Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, I don't want to be a wife beater. But no, the pirate mantra. So I'm thinking about Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Swashbuckler. I'm thinking of Uncharted. I'm thinking of Captain Henry Avery and Thomas 2.
Ooh, Team Thomas 2.
Hashtag DLC for Uncharted.
But you got to remember, I mean, as with any of these life,
Avery blows, dude.
Pirates,
Thomas 2 is where it's at.
Pirates and Cowboys, I think, lead the most difficult life. If you actually dig deeper, you think about the lives that these guys led. Were very empty, very, very hard. They were all very self-centered, very intimate to only themselves, So that's just my thought. Pirates and Cowboys, when you think about those two specific traits, you think brothels, you think alcohol, you think that's what you think.
Honestly, the first thing I think about the first thing I think about is the setting. If I'm a cowboy, it's the guy in the desert.
No,
cowboy. That's my ultimate conclusion.
I'm going to be straight up honest with you, Austin. I did not think a topic like that would warrant this long of a discussion. So, round of applause. And that does it for Radiovania Late Night, episode number 4. Thank you guys for joining us. Austin, did you have a good time?
I did. Thank you guys for inviting me here. I love to be a part of this show. I hope I can come back for more. Maybe one day.
100%. You're the best guest we've had.
Maybe I can come back for more in the future. If you guys come down and visit me in Georgia, always bring your gear. I'll be there. I'll be live, and I would love to join you guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you. You did a great job. John, how you doing? You feeling good about this one?
Yeah, definitely. The JFP and Short Round sequel premise will be coming later on Radiovania. So
also,
tweet at me if you have questions or if you have some plot devices you'd like to add.
An end note. The Jennifer Lawrence love story is 100% authentic to me. I'm saying it now. It's on me. There's no other person in this world that can come up with that story. It's authentic. It's genuine to Austin. Trademark.
All right, you heard it, J-Law. If you're out there, get in touch with Mr. Austin James. What's your phone number?
513.
All right, don't say it anymore. Don't say it anymore. Oh, we're going to close that out.
Yourself.
If you want to get in touch with the show, you can tweet me at Zach Rotella. You can tweet John at DatJohnParker. You can email the show.
About fried chicken.
You can email the show at radiovaniashow@gmail.com. More importantly, go to radiovania.com for all of our nerdy content, all of our pop culture and news coverage, all of our videos. Go watch the few of us. Go watch our episodes. Leave a like, leave a comment, but subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. If you have a free second, if you have a YouTube account, a Google account, whatever it is, press that red subscribe button. It really helps out. The more of you that listen, the more content we can create. So thank you all very, very much. Thank you, John. Thank you, Austin.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And from Radiovania,
Batman.
We're
signing out.